Imagine you're the new person walking into rehearsal. Everybody else is already talking. They're laughing about something that happened last Sunday. You see someone setting up. Somebody else is playing a riff on the guitar. Everyone seems to know where to go and what to do. So you smile and you just stand there with your instrument. As you're standing there, you're trying to figure out whether you should plug in, wait, introduce yourself maybe, or just pretend you definitely know what's happening here. Then rehearsal starts. The leader is moving. Song 1, transition, chorus again. Fix that note. Next song. The music gets better. Then the rehearsal ends on time. From the leader's perspective, it's pretty successful. But the new person leaves knowing the song's a bit better, but still wondering, do I even belong here? Today, I want to show you what every rehearsal is teaching your team, whether you intended it to be a lesson or not. And then I'll give you 3 practical tools that you can use at your next rehearsal. Hi, my name is Jorge, and I help worship leaders care for people, build healthy teams, and lead ministries that last. And I have lived on both sides of this. On one hand, rehearsals with absolutely no structure, and on the other hand, rehearsals where structure is everything. When I was younger, rehearsal looked something like this. We showed up at a given time, played around for a while, made jokes, had some fun, talked, and then we eventually got to practicing songs. Sometimes the leader would say, hey, let's learn this song by this band. Then someone would proceed to connect their iPod at that time to the speakers, and we would all listen to the song together. And we would figure out the parts right then and there. The arrangement became clear while we were playing it. Starting on time? Not really. Ending on time? No, not really either. And here is the honest part. We could get away with it. We were all really good friends, and we were all young and single. We had all the time in the world, or at least we thought we did. And the cherry on top is, we were all very musically proficient as well. And hey, hear me out. The lack of structure actually helped us a lot in different areas. We learned to improvise. We learned to listen to each other, and we got really good at playing by ear. We could all hear a part and find it and play it well. That is honestly a real strength, and I would not want to change that from my past. But talent and friendship were covering big and glaring weaknesses in our team. We could recover from unclear plans with our skills. We could rehearse forever because nobody had to get home to a spouse or a child. We understood the room because we were already inside the friendship. That environment worked for us in that season. However, it would not have worked nearly as well for someone new, someone still developing musically, or for someone who really needed rehearsal to start and end when we said it would. Later on, I learned the value of structure. And of course, as you can probably tell, structure was really needed. People should know what version of the song they need to learn, right? They need the arrangement, the key, the chords, the transitions, and enough time to prepare. Starting and ending on time really respects people's lives. But I did what I had done more than once in my leadership. I grabbed a good principle and just took it too far. To me, rules became really important. Start on time, end on time, know your part, know the transition, be ready. And because usually I was very prepared for rehearsals, I went into rehearsals ready to go, go, go. If someone made a mistake, I would call it out. But I was not the kind of person to scream at people. That just wasn't me. I was actually really good at including new people and giving them the room to grow. But the room still noticed that I noticed every mistake. My guess, honestly, is that maybe some people became afraid of making a mistake in front of me. And like I've said before, when I get frustrated, I didn't explode. I just became very passive aggressive. I would withdraw. I got quieter, more distant, and just more focused on getting through the plan. Sure, the rehearsal became more organized. And yes, the music became more predictable. But my quick pace could easily leave people behind. I simply overstructured my team. Your team is practicing more than songs. They are practicing what it feels like to serve under your leadership. A close team can honestly be one of the best things to have in a ministry. People know each other, they can laugh, they have history they've shared, and they can communicate with one look, and that is so awesome. But that closeness that feels like family to the core team can feel like a locked door to someone new. The existing core team, they know the jokes, they know where the cables are, they know the ins and outs of what happens, they know the lingo, or they know what the leader means when he says, let's do it the normal way. The new person, they know none of that. See, the thing is, no one has to be mean to them to feel like they're on the outside. Sometimes everybody's super friendly. They're just friendly to each other while the new person is looking for a way into the conversation. And that matters. A confusing first rehearsal can honestly discourage someone from trying again. Unfortunately, in some cases, it can even shape the way they view and perceive your church. So, think about this. Before a new volunteer learns the set list, they're actually learning whether they belong. A core tenet of Calling on Craft states, culture reflects stewardship. This means culture is formed by what leaders consistently model, reward, tolerate, and prioritize. Rehearsal makes all those four visible. First, what are you modeling? When a transition falls apart, what does the room see from you? Curiosity, patience, a clear correction? Or like me, do they watch you withdraw, sigh, and make the room guess how upset you are? The leader's reaction teaches everyone how mistakes are handled here. Second, what are you rewarding? Who receives attention? Is it only the person who played the impressive solo? Or do you also notice the vocalist who prepared, the musician who helped someone new, the person who took feedback with humility, or the volunteer who quietly made it easy for everyone else to serve? Third, what are you tolerating? Maybe like me, the team jokes over every instruction. Maybe the same people arrive late. Maybe the inside jokes leave one person particularly silent. Maybe a gifted musician speaks dismissively to someone that's newer or less experienced. What we leave repeatedly unaddressed eventually starts to look approved. Fourth, what are you prioritizing? This is actually one of the ones I feel the most. The clock, it's ticking, it's moving. We are running out of time. So what disappears first? Usually, development. We stop explaining. We stop helping. We stop guiding. So if you're like me, you'll say something along the lines of, okay, let's just get through this song and whatever happens, happens. And yes, getting through the set is sometimes necessary. But if development is always the first thing being removed or sidelined, the team learns that people matter until the schedule gets tight. Then only the product matters. What you repeat in rehearsal becomes normal in your ministry. So let's make this practical. If someone new is joining you on your next rehearsal, give them 3 things: orientation before, inclusion during, and follow-up afterward. Before the rehearsal even starts, orient them. Send the exact song versions, keys, charts, arrival time, and what they should expect when they walk in. Tell them where they can put their gear and who will greet them. If the team uses language the new person might not know, explain it before they have to ask in front of everyone. During rehearsal, include them. Introduce them by name. Don't assume that everyone else will introduce themselves during the practice. Pair them with one dependable person who can help them answer the small questions. Explain the shorthand the core team takes for granted. Invite a question before moving on. Give them one real contribution so they feel like they are participating. After the rehearsal, follow up. Don't let their only feedback be whether they were scheduled again. Send a message. Name one specific thing they contributed to the team. Ask them how the rehearsal felt from their perspective, and then clarify one next step. Of course, you do not need to make the whole rehearsal revolve around the new person. You are simply removing unnecessary confusion so they can focus on learning, on serving, and building relationships. And even when nobody is new, you can keep people on the agenda with a simple 10-minute rhythm. Name one why. Notice one person. Share one responsibility. Take about 2 minutes to name one why. Explain why a song matters this week, why a transition needs to be consistent, why preparation serves the rest of the team, or why you are changing an arrangement. People respond differently when they understand the purpose of a change and not merely asking them to follow instructions. Take about 3 minutes to notice one person. Give specific encouragement, not just a, "Hey, great job, everyone." I've done that many times. Name what you actually saw: preparation, humility, improvement, patience, or the way they helped someone else. Specific encouragement teaches everyone on the team what the ministry values the most. Use about 5 minutes to share one responsibility. Let someone lead the first run-through, explain a transition, start the prayer, help the new person, or take ownership of one small piece of the rehearsal. Give clarity and support, and then let them practice carrying the responsibility. This does not have to be a 10-minute speech. Weave it through the rehearsal. The point is to reserve time for purpose, people, and development before the clock makes all those things disappear. After your next rehearsal, take some time and ask yourself these 4 questions. What did I model? What did I reward? What did I tolerate? And what did I communicate mattered most? Do not answer based on what is written in your values. Answer based on what actually happened in that room that day. And then you might notice that there's a gap between what you say matters and what people are actually experiencing. And in that place is where a healthier culture starts asking for our attention. Again, at your next rehearsal, reserve 10 minutes. Name one why, notice one person, share one responsibility. And if someone is new, make sure they receive orientation before, inclusion during, and follow-up afterward. You do not need to choose between a prepared rehearsal and a caring one. Healthy structure should help people succeed, protect their time, and make the room easier to enter. If you need help intentionally develop the people you are beginning to notice, watch our previous episode next. It gives you 3 questions for identifying a person's next step. Because we don't just lead music, we lead people.